Welcome back to Estes Field on the campus of Central Methodist University in Fayette, Missouri. Game number 3 on the docket today. This is an elimination game between the Fighting Saints of St. Francis out of Joliet, Illinois, and the Central Methodist University Eagles, who lost a tough one today, 3-1 to Kansas Wesleyan. The Fighting Saints lost to Madonna yesterday, 9-6. St. Francis will be the home team, and on the mound will be John McGuire. Here's that Eagle lineup. Bobby Nichols in center field will lead it off. Robbie Merced, the shortstop, followed by Jeremy Conforti. Tanner Sears, the DH. Alan West, who struck out 14 in that first game, is playing right field here. Tommaso Girola is the second baseman. Joseph Weatherford at third. Khalil Thrasher is in left field in this game. And Logan Duty is the catcher. John McGuire will be the pitcher. He's a right-hander for the Fighting Saints. Hector Carrillo is the third baseman. Brian Hidalgo at short. Alex Martinez at second. Nate Maliska is the first baseman. Outfield from left to right, Jake Vera, Luke Ketchum, and Eric Maffei. The Fighting Saints are in their home white. John McGuire's the pitcher, and he is throwing to Dan Gusol, who is the catcher. And again, they're wearing their white uniforms today. And there's the throw down to second, and we're about ready to go. This will be the third game. There'll be 3 more games tomorrow, and then at least 1 game on Thursday. Well, here's Bobby Nichols. The Eagles in their black jerseys with the gray pants, the green helmet. And Nichols steps in. He's the center fielder, steps in from the right side. Lights are on. And a little sunshine, a little clear sky up above. Really had a pleasant day. Temperature stayed in the 60s throughout all the games today. So we're underway in the final game of the day. Here's the next pitch. Foul right side. We have had some good ball games today. Kansas Wesleyan defeated Central Methodist 3-1. And then it was the number 1 seed, Southeastern, defeating Madonna this afternoon. Here's a ground ball to second, throw to first. And Maliska able to keep that foot on the bag, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, number 2, Robbie Merced.
The Southeastern game was a 3-2 score. And Southeastern won it over Madonna. Madonna waiting the winner of this game. They'll play this game tomorrow at 2:30. The winner of this one will play Madonna, and the loser of this game is out. Here's Robbie Merced. The first pitch to him, fouled straight back. We mentioned earlier in the day, if that name sounds familiar, he's the 2-time Heart of America Conference Player of the Year, and his dad had a long major league career, Orlando Merced. Played for several teams in Major League Baseball. Merced can't check the swing, and that's a strike. Jeremy Conforti's on deck. McGuire working out of the stretch, as many of these pitchers do anymore. Throws this one outside. One out in the top of the first in game number 3 today. Merced takes it on the outside corner, and he's caught looking. So that's the first strikeout for McGuire. And with 2 out, here's Jeremy Conforti. Conforti, the first baseman. He'll step in from the right side. And that pitch bounces off the turf, and it's 1-0. One and 0 on the Eagle first baseman. This pitch fouled to the right side. McGuire, a 4.40 ERA. As he comes into action here, there's a line shot into left field. That's a base hit. So a two-out single for Conforti, and that'll bring up Tanner Sears, the designated hitter.
Designated hitter, number 21, Tanner Sears.
Tanner out of Higginsville, went to North Central Community College. And Alan West is on deck. Had a chance to talk to him after the game. Tough loss, 3-1, but boy was he good, 14 strikeouts. At one time in the game he had 7 in a row, and he's also an all-conference outfielder, plus being the pitcher of the year in the Heart of America Conference. McGuire working to Sears. Here's the pitch. That's grounded to short. Hidalgo has it, flips to Martinez, and they get the force out. So in the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and one left. Bottom of the first coming up, no score. Let's take a look at that lineup. First of all, for St. Francis, they'll go with Alex Martinez. He is the leadoff hitter, plays second base. Then Eric Maffei, the right fielder, followed by Luke Ketchum, the center fielder. Then Nate Maliska, he is the first baseman. Brian Hidalgo, the shortstop. John McGuire, the pitcher, also the DH. Dan Gusol is the catcher. Hector Carrillo is the third baseman, and Jake Vera is the left fielder. Defensively for the Eagles, Joseph Weatherford at third, Robbie Merced at second. Giarola is at short. Giarola is the second baseman. Jeremy Conforti is the first baseman. Logan Duty is the catcher. In the outfield, Khalil Thrasher playing in this game. In left field, Bobby Nichols in center. And Alan West, who pitched in the first game, is the right fielder in this contest. Sebastian Escobar is the pitcher for the Eagles, 2.82 earned run average. He's 8-3, and this will be his 13th start of the year. So we're ready to go in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Alex Martinez. Martinez out of Lockport, Illinois, to face Escobar. And the first pitch at the bottom of the first is hit to right field, down the line, slicing, and that is a fair ball into the corner. Martinez digs for second. He slides in with a leadoff double. Boy, that ball just kept slicing away from Alan West and hit about 2 feet fair down the right field line. So Maffei comes to the plate. One pitch and a double. Hustling all the way, Martinez got into second base. So Maffei steps in. He is the right fielder. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Good pitch. Maffei wears number 10. He's out of Coal Valley, Illinois. And the pitch to him. Ground ball toward short. Runner's going to go to third. They'll throw to first and get him. Nice play by Merced. Runner goes to third. Very slow roller. Merced grabbed it and threw all in one motion and got him. Good play. So there's one out, but it's a productive out as Martinez goes to third. And that brings up Luke Ketchum. Ketchum, Springfield, Illinois, he calls home. Runner at third with one out for Ketchum. First pitch to him. Strike. Letter high, outside corner, 0-1. The next one to Ketchum. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And Escobar would love a strikeout here with that runner at third and only one out. Next one. Just missed high, and it's 1-2. Runner at third is Martinez. Here's the pitch. Ketchum swings and misses. And Escobar gets a big strikeout there. So 2 outs now with a runner at third. And here's Maleska. He is the first baseman out of Chicago. Left-handed hitter takes a deep breath and steps into the box. That pitch is low, ball one. CMU softball team won today, so they're continuing play in their tournament. Here's a pitch, low, ball two to Maleska with Brian Hidalgo on deck. St. Francis lost 9-6 yesterday. They made it interesting late. Pitch. There's a base hit into left field from the left-handed hitter, and Martinez scores. So with 2 outs, Maleska gets the base hit and drives in the run. It's 1-0 Fighting Saints. But they scored all of their runs in the last couple of innings and made it interesting. It was 9-6. And Madonna scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. You thought, well, they're up, no problem. But the Fighting Saints made it interesting. It was 9-6. They finished that game in the rain. Pitch to Hidalgo. Curveball. Finds the inside corner, 0-1. Hidalgo, Addison, Illinois. On at first, Maleska. Here's the pitch, and there's a fly ball into right field. West has to cut it off in the gap. Rounding second, heading to third is Maleska. And now the runners at the corners with 2 out. With 2 out, Maleska was running all the way, and he easily made it to third. Third hit in the inning, and there's McGuire, the pitcher and DH who could really help himself out here. McGuire out of New Lenox, Illinois. And he steps in from the right side. So 1 run in, runners at the corners with 2 out. McGuire peers in for the side from duty, and here's the pitch. Almost hit him. He had to back away from it. It did hit him. So the bases are loaded now with 2 out. As Maleska stayed at third, Hidalgo trots down to second, and McGuire's at first. And here's Dan Gusol. Gusol, the catcher. Well, early in this game, but a big play, a big at-bat right here in this game, early on. And the pitch, strike 1 to Gusol. On at third, Maleska. Hidalgo at second. McGuire's at first. There are 2 outs, 1 run in. And the pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. The 7th hitter in the inning. The next one to Gusol. Inside corner, called strike 3. The second strikeout of the inning, and it's a big one. In the inning, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. The Fighting Saints left the bases loaded in the first inning in their first game yesterday. After 1, St. Francis leading CMU 1-0. Going to the second inning, Allen West, Tommaso Girola, and Joseph Weatherford, the three hitters for the Eagles, who trail 1-0. The Fighting Saints left the bases loaded in the first inning yesterday, did not score, and left 2 on in the second inning in that 9-6 loss. And today they started off by getting a run, but still leading the bases loaded. Here's West. First pitch is high, ball 1. Again, he had 14 strikeouts in game 1. But lost it 3-1. Here's the next pitch to West, and he hammers this one into left field, and that is back to the wall, and this game is tied. A home run for Allen West. He didn't waste any time. High fly ball to left field. The dimensions of this park, 310 down the line, 400 to straightaway center. And Allen West ties the game at 1. Here's Girola.
Second baseman, number 3, Tommy Girola.
The winner of this game plays Madonna at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. So good start in the second inning for the Eagles. There's a ground ball towards short. Hidalgo has it. Throws low, but out. Good grab by Maliska at first. 1 down. So here's Weatherford. Weatherford, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 29, Joseph Weatherford.
And he's from Flower Mound, Texas. Went to Lyon College, one of the several transfers from Lyon College. So 1 out, and this hits him right in the right leg from the left-handed batter's box. So there's a base runner for the Eagles. Weatherford at first. Khalil Thrasher. Thrasher did not play in game 1 today.
Now batting, left fielder, number 13, Khalil Thrasher.
Thrasher from Eudora, Kansas. Went to Neosho County Community College. Into the stretch. Throw over and diving back in is Weatherford. Pitch to him. That's hit hard in the air to right center field. That is back, and that one is gone. Khalil Thrasher did not play in game 1. He gets his first bat here in game 2, and he hits a 2-run homer. Wow. How about that? And it's 3-1. That to right center.
Now batting, catcher, number 7, Logan Duty.
Here's Duty. Logan Duty, the catcher. A home run, a ground out, a hit by pitch, and a home run. Pitch to Duty. Outside corner, strike 1. Well, this comes after the Fighting Saints left the bases loaded in that first inning. Next one to Duty. Swing and a miss. Next one to Duty. A little high. Well, the sky clearing nicely now. Even though the lights are on, a lot of sunshine early in this game. Here's a high fly ball to center field. Coming in, the center fielder catch him, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Back to the top of the order, and Bobby Nichols, who grounded to second to start this game.
Now batting, center fielder, number 5, Bobby Nichols.
Nichols out of Detroit, Michigan. First pitch to him. Outside ball 1. So 1-0 is the count. Here's the next one. That's on the outside corner, 1-1. So the Eagles, they are the visiting team on their home field, but they have a 3-1 lead. Next pitch, that one bounces off the turf back to the screen. And 2-1 is the count with 2 out. Nobody on, 3 runs in. Here's the pitch. Foul back to the screen, 2-2. Austin Bolin will be with you tomorrow for all 3 games. And then we'll have at least 1, maybe 2 games on Thursday. Pitch to Nichols, way outside. Nichols ready, and here's the pitch from McGuire. He walked him. That's the first walk given up by McGuire. He's hit a batter, walked 1, struck out 1. And here's the young man he struck out the first time, Robbie Merced, who got caught looking. Merced steps in from the right side. Lead at first is Nichols. Here's the pitch to Merced, and he takes it low, ball 1. Decent lead for Nichols. Ball 2. With the 7th hitter to come to the plate for the Eagles in this inning. Has a ground ball to second. They flip. The second baseman flips to the shortstop for the out. But in the inning, a very productive one for the Eagles. They come up with 3 runs, 2 hits, both home runs. There were no errors and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 3-1 CMU over St. Francis. Bottom of the second, Hector Carrillo, Jake Vera in the top of the order, and Alex Martinez coming to the plate in this 3-1 game. First pitch from Escobar is popped up, foul behind us, out of play, 0-1. Carrillo waits for the next one by Escobar, and it's a ground ball outside of third, and that's foul, quickly 0-2. Well, you have a 3-1 lead. Escobar thinking, let's throw some strikes here. And really, for the first time in 2 days, we see sunshine. It's supposed to be very nice the next couple of days. Here's the pitch. Off the fist, little jam shot, going to be grabbed at the end of the infield turf by the first baseman, Jeremy Conforti, 1 down. Right off the fist, 1 out, and here's Vera. Jake Vera, out of Chicago, went to Kankakee Community College. He's a left-handed hitter. And the first pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Next one to Vera. Fouled left side, and there's a pickup over there, and almost took a shot from that one. The Ford pickup sitting over there, and that was pretty close to taking a shot there. Here's the next one. Outside. Here's the next one to Vera. That did catch the corner for a strike. And the next one, a little low. And Weatherford's at third. Merced is the shortstop. Girola is at second and Conforti at first. Here's a called strike. And Vera's out on strike, and that's the third strikeout already for Escobar. Well, he's trying to match his teammate today, who had 14. So here's Martinez. He doubled and scored in the first inning. But the Fighting Saints led the bases loaded in that first after getting one run, and there's a strike. So 0-1 is the count. Maffey's on deck. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Next pitch, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game so far for Escobar, and a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the third. CMU leads at 3-1. Third inning coming up for the Eagles will be Jeremy Conforti, Tanner Sears, and Allen West. Conforti a base hit, but he was forced out to end the first inning, forced at second. John McGuire's given up 3 hits, 2 of them home runs. You fans here in the brown and gold of the Fighting Saints. There's a strike. Next one, 2-40, way outside. Both 1-2. Sears is next, and then Allen West. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. The catcher, Gusol, tried to frame that one, but it was too far outside. So McGuire goes to work again. Here's the pitch, and that's popped up high in the air, right by the first base bag, and that would have been a fair ball, but it's caught for the out. First base umpire said fair ball, but catch is made by Maliska. That ball high pop-up. There's one out. So here's Sears. He ended the first by hitting into a fielder's choice. So he's officially 0 for 1 on the day. And there's a strike, 0-1. That ball's fouled right side over the first base dugout, and it's 0-2. So quickly 0-2 on Sears. And he fouls this one back. John McGuire doing the pitching for the Fighting Saints. This one outside and low, and it's 1-2. We have 4 umpires for these national tournament games. A lot of times in the college, you just have the 2. There's a swing and a foul tap back to the screen. But for the national tournament sites, and there are 10 of these first-round sites, and the 10 winners will head to Idaho for the NAIA College World Series. Next pitch, way outside. This bounces back to the backstop. As we play, it's 69 degrees, about as warm as it's been all day. So McGuire will change up, and that's fouled back. Good at bat by Sears. He's making McGuire throw a lot of pitches. And the next one, that's outside. McGuire wanted that pitch, didn't get the call. One out here in the top of the third. Next pitch, ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Well, good at bat by Sears, and he gets a base hit. Fouled off some good pitches and then gets the hit. And here's Allen West, hit a home run his first time up in the second inning. Steps in from the right side and takes the strike. Again, he was the pitcher of the year in the Heart of America Conference. He was also all conference as an outfielder and hit over 400. Sears with the lead. Pitches outside, 1-1. Here's the next one to West. He swings at one inside. It's 1-2. Couldn't catch up with that one. So 1-2 is the count on the Eagle right fielder. Next pitch. And he just gets that one off the fist. Fouls it back to stay alive. McGuire takes a look at the runner at first, and the pitch way outside, 2-2. Tommaso Giarola is on deck. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the third inning. CMU leading 3-1. Ground ball foul outside third. Boy, McGuire throwing a lot of pitches early in this game. 2-2 is the count on West. And he grounds this one to second. And no play. Second baseman Martinez had it, and as he tried to turn and throw the ball, he couldn't get it out of his glove. So Sears is on at second. West is on at first.
Now batting, second baseman, number 3, Tommy Giarola.
So here is Giarola with runners at first and second and only 1 out. And his team already up 3-1. Next one to Giarola. That skips up and goes all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch. Runner's going to move up. So runners at second and third with 1 out. It looks like some action in the Fighting Saints bullpen are getting ready. Yep, they're going to get somebody warmed up here. Giarola hits it into right center for a base hit. 1 run will score. Sears around. West right behind him. And it's now 5-1. So Giarola gets the base hit, the third hit in a row, and 2-run score. And here comes Brian Mahalik, the head coach of the Fighting Saints. He won't be able to take McGuire out quite yet, as we're just getting a relief pitcher just getting started, just starting to warm up down there. And Sam Pileggi, who is warming up. He's on Plainfield, Illinois, but he just started to warm up. So the Eagles, 1 run on the board today against Kansas Wesleyan, but boy, are they hitting it here. Already have 6 hits. And Weatherford at the plate with a runner at first, 2 runs already in. Next pitch, low ball 1. Here's the next one. That's outside ball 2. Two and 0 on Weatherford. He swings and misses. And his arm pad came off. He swung so hard at that one. 2-1. Khalil Thrasher on deck. He has a home run in this game. Weatherford just a little outside. And boy, coming off the mound now, McGuire thinking, man, I can't find a strike. Eagles up 5-1. Next pitch. That's outside, ball 4. So second walk. Runners at first and second now. And standing outside that third base dugout is Coach Mahalik. Here's Thrasher. He got things started. One of the 2 home runs in the second inning, and that's going to do it. So Mahalik, as soon as Thrasher was announced, he's out of that dugout, and that's going to do it for John McGuire. Let's see. For John McGuire, he gave up. That's given up 4 runs, but the 2 on base are still his responsibility. He struck out 1, walked a couple, hit a batter, and gave up 6 hits. But again, the 2 on base are still his responsibility. So we do have a pitching change. And coming in will be Sam Pileggi. So Pileggi comes in. He's out of Plainfield, Illinois. And he'll be in as just 2 1/3 innings for McGuire. Pileggi is a right-handed pitcher. And he has an don't have his earned run average. But he's in there right now trying to put a halt to this CMU offensive attack. And he'll face Khalil Thrasher with 1 out and 2 on and 2 runs in. I mentioned earlier this afternoon in one of our games that when you play in these kind of tournaments, you really have to have some pitching depth. Because unlike softball, when you can throw your number one every day, you can't do that in baseball. West might be able to pitch a little tomorrow relief, but he's certainly not going to go a long ways, and that's just the difference. And there's a strike to Thrasher. Runner at second, Girola. Weatherford's on at first. Pitch to Thrasher. Check swing inside for a ball. So Pileggi trying to shut the door right here. Next pitch to Thrasher. That one goes back to the screen. Another wild pitch. And runners move up. Remember, these two runners on base are the responsibility of John McGuire. And Thrasher waits the pitch. That's low. It's already 5-1. We're in the top of the third inning. Next one by Pileggi. Check swing. That's a strike. Again, the runner at third is Girola. Weatherford is on at second. And here's the next pitch. That skips away. Here comes the runner home, and he will score. It's a walk. Girola scores. Another wild pitch. Weatherford's at third, and on at first now is Thrasher. And it's now 6-1. And here's Duty. He flied to center his last time up. Duty steps in from the right side. Into the stretch. Pileggi and the pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. The Eagles lead at 6-1. Here's the next one. To Duty. Outside, good stop by Gusol. Gusol made that stop. Keeping another run from crossing the plate. Swing and a miss by Duty. He's also an all-conference player. Throw over to first. And diving back in safely is Thrasher. Here's the next pitch to Duty. Runner goes. Pitch gets away. Another run's going to score. And down to second base goes Thrasher. Boy, the wild pitch, pass ball, and another run is in. That's 4 in the inning now. And it's now 7-1. And Duty still at the plate. Swings and misses. And that's the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Pileggi. But here's the 8th hitter to come up, top of the order, and Bobby Nichols with a runner at second.
Number 5, Bobby Nichols.
Nichols grounded to second to lead off the game, and then walked but was forced out at second. Ball one. That one skips off the turf. Good backhand by Gusol. Four runs in. There are two outs. Runner at second. High and tight. Merced waits his turn. Into the stretch, Poleggi. And the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch there. Into the stretch. Next pitch by Poleggi. That skips away from the catcher, and that allows Thrasher to go to third. Well, the book is closed now on McGuire. He gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. 2 in third inning. Pitch to Nichols, outside, ball 4. And here comes Merced, who's 0 for 2. He's the 9th hitter of the inning.
Number 2, Robbie Merced.
Merced struck out looking and hit into a fielder's choice. It's already 7-1. And we're still in the third inning. Runner goes. Here's the throw down, and it gets, is he out or safe at second? No indication. Now they say the base was stolen. The umpire late call. So Nichols still second. The runner at third held. So Thrasher's at third down. Nichols at second with a stolen base. Good pick out there by the shortstop, Hidalgo. Keep that going in center field. Now Merced with a chance to drive in 2. Fouls this one off to the right side. Runner at third is Thrasher. Nichols at second. Here's the next pitch to him, and that's hit on a line. One hopper to the shortstop, throws to first for the out. Line drive, took one short hop in front of Hidalgo. He grabbed it and threw to first. So the Eagles send 9 to the plate. They pick up 4 runs. 4 hits in the inning. There was an error. And 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. CMU up in this one now, 7-1. We head into the
2, 3, and 4 due up for St. Francis, leading off. Right fielder.
bottom of the third inning. It'll be Maffey, Ketchum, and Maliska, the 3 hitters for the Fighting Saints. Maffey grounded out to short his first time. Big lead now for Escobar, leading 7-1. That pitch is low, 1-1. Escobar already has 4 strikeouts. And here's the next one. Check swing, and he went. It was a strike. Escobar, there's a line shot in the left field for a base hit. Nice pitch of hitting there. Maffey rounds first and will check in right there with a base hit. Here's Ketchum, who struck out his first time, Luke Ketchum. Ketchum steps in from the right side. That's the fourth hit by the Fighting Saints. First pitch to Ketchum, hit high in the air to right field. West hustling toward the line. Gives it a look, and he makes the catch in the corner. Nice play. Went right into the corner up against the fence. It was a foul ball and made the catch. 1 out. And that brings up Maliska. Maliska had a base hit in that first inning. He was stranded at third base. Maliska hits from the left side. Maffey with a short lead. When taking chances, when you're down 7-1, you need base runners. Escobar into the stretch and the pitch outside. Tomorrow's the 11 o'clock game, Southeastern against Kansas Wesleyan. They're both undefeated. Both teams 1-0. There's a hard hit ball into center field, and that's going to drop in front of Nichols. Maffey stops at second. Maliska has his second hit, and that brings up Brian Hidalgo. Second game tomorrow will be Madonna against the winner of this one. And then the winner of that game against the loser of our first game tomorrow will play at 6 tomorrow night. And then we'll wrap things up on Thursday. First and second, 1 out. Hidalgo squares the bunt and takes it high and outside, ball 1. Hidalgo had a base hit. Interesting. He pulls the bat back. Let's see if he's going to try to bunt again. Nope, this time he's swinging away and hits it to straightaway center field. Nichols backs up. He makes the catch. Runner tags at second. Will go to third as the throw comes into second. So 2 outs. Maliska held on at first. Maffey goes into third. So 2 outs for McGuire. McGuire's a pitcher out of there, but he's also the DH out of the pitching assignment tonight, but he is the DH. He was hit by a pitch his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball a little low and outside. McGuire fouls this one off the screen to the right, 1-1. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Escobar. And it's 1-2, looking for his 5th strikeout of the game. And here's the pitch. He got it, too. They have to throw it down to first as Duty dropped the ball, but no problem. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Escobar in the inning. No runs, 2 more hits, no errors, and 2 more stranded. The Fighting Saints have already stranded 5 runners in the first 3 innings. It's 7-1 right now, all CMU. Eagles batted around last inning, so Jeremy Conforti will start it up again here. And he's going to face Jacob Jerka, excuse me, third pitcher of the night. So Jerka will come in out of New Lenox, Illinois. He's a freshman. Jerka, right-hander. And he's going to face Conforti, Sears, and West. And the first pitch is way outside. Jerka, New Lenox, Illinois. Swing and a miss by Conforti. And the next one to him is popped up right around home plate. Gusol can't come up with it. That's a tough one right up against that screen. Jerka 6.52 earned run average. And Gusol went right back to the screen and just couldn't come up with it. So Conforti gets another life. And here's the pitch to him. Change up way high. 7-1 CMU. We're in the fourth inning. This is a 9-inning game. Here's the next one to him. And that's hit hard to deep center field, and that's gone. Conforti, that's almost 400 feet out there to where he hit that one. And it's 8-1, and CMU has the offense rolling. That ball hit the scoreboard. That is a shot. So it's 8-1, and here's Tanner Sears.
Designated hitter number 21, Tanner Sears.
So Jerka rudely introduced to this national tournament with a home run off the bat of Conforti off the scoreboard in center field. Next pitch. That's hit hard to left field. That's going to rattle off the base of the wall, and that'll be a double for Sears. Nope, he checks in with a single, a long single. Good play out there by Vera. But that's the second hit by Sears now. And West comes up. A good play by Vera. I thought that for sure was a double, but he played it perfectly off that wall and got it back in quickly. So it's 8-1 now. West is 2 for 2. Home run, base hit, scored a couple. And takes this one low, ball one. We're in the fourth, and right now it's all Central Methodist. Here's the next one to West. Ground ball to third, and that is a foul ball. Coach Nate Breland was hoping it was fair down that line. Home plate umpire, or the third base umpire straddling that line, called it foul. Of course, if the ball goes over the bag fair on a ground ball, it is fair, but that did not. So West back to the plate. First pitch, next pitch to him. Outside, letter high, called strike. He's 2 for 2, looking for more here. With a runner at first, nobody out. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Hidalgo, he throws it away. Trying to get the ball to second, he threw it away. That is an error on the shortstop. That allows Sears to go to third. West stays at first, still nobody out. Well, that should have been at least one out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3.
But here's Girarla. Now he's 1 for 2. And a tough start for the Fighting Saints. Swing and a miss by Girarla. He grounded to short in the second, base hit scored in the third. Next pitch to him. That's hit hard left field, and that is a foul ball. Well, right now, the Fighting Saints pitcher's not fooling these Eagle hitters. Throw to first. West dives back in. It's 8-1. Just in the fourth inning. Runner goes. Here's the throw down. He is safe at second. Stolen base by West. Throw was a good one, but West beat the tag. Now 2 more runners out there for Girarla. And here's the pitch. That's outside. Good stop by Gusol. Here's the next pitch. That's fouled back to the screen. Nobody out in this fourth inning. That pitch is outside. Another good block by Gusol. West is at second. Sears at third. 1 run already in on the Conforti home run. Here's the next pitch, and that almost hit him, and that's ball 4. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. For Weatherford, who's hit by a pitch and walked and scored both times. Bases loaded, nobody out, 1 run in, and there's a strike to Weatherford. Thrasher's on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Weatherford waits for the 0-2 pitch. And here it is. Just outside, 1-2. One and two is the count on the Eagle third baseman. And the next pitch to him outside, 2-2. Weatherford waits, and here's the next pitch to him. Check swing, called third strike, so he's out on strikes, 1 out. Brings up Thrasher. Did not play in game 1, but starting here in game 2. So Thrasher is 1 for 1, the home run and a walk. Base is still loaded, just 1 out, 8-1 Eagles. Top of the fourth inning. Ball one high. Nowhere to put this young man. You'll have to pitch to him. Into the stretch goes Jerka, and the pitch. Check swing, outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Again, Jerka just a freshman. Here's the next one to Thrasher. Hit in the air to right field. Going back is Maffey, makes the catch. All runners will tag and move up. That'll be another run. Sacrifice fly into right field. Everybody moves up. Sears scores. West goes to third. And Giarola goes to second. So 2 runs in the inning. Bases now with 2 on, 2 out for Logan Duty. Duty steps in from the right side. He's 0 for 2. And grounds the first one to third. Gobbled up there by Carrillo. Long throw across, and the inning comes to an end. But 2 more runs scored for the Eagles. They do that on a couple of hits. There was an error, and the Eagles left 2 more. 9-1 CMU over St. Francis as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning. Gusol, Carrillo, and Vera, the 3 hitters to face Sebastian Escobar, who has a very comfortable 9-1 lead. He struck out 5 and hit a batter.
7, 8, 9. For the Saints, leading off, catcher, number 25, Dan Guzell.
Gusol struck out his first time up. One of 5 strikeout victims for Escobar. And here's the first pitch to him. Checks his swing, takes a strike, 0-1. Next one, swing and a miss. 0-2. Well, right now what Escobar wants to do is throw strikes. Don't walk anybody. Fighting Saints, make him hit it. Here's the pitch. That's low and outside, 1-2. Here's the next one, and that's a little low. And it's 2-2. And the next one, outside, 3-2, so he's worked the count full against Escobar. Here's the next one to him. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 6. And for the 2 pitchers for CMU now, combined 20 strikeouts today.
Now batting third baseman, number 17, Hector Carrillo.
Here's Carrillo. He's the third baseman. Hector popped out to the first baseman his first time up. Outside, ball 1. Fouled this one back, 1-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. 9-1 CMU. This is an elimination game. Swing and a foul tap. Right at the plate. No breeze at all. It's just a beautiful evening. Skies have cleared up very nicely. Temperatures upper 60s. Going to warm up tomorrow into the 80s, I believe, here. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. Sixth of the game for Escobar. And he has struck out 3 in a row now. Here's Vera. Vera strikeout victim in the second. First pitch to Vera. Outside, ball 1. A lot of folks working hard to put this tournament on here in Fayette. A lot of the staff. Central Methodist University. Outside, ball 2 with the concession stand. And just all the work that has to be done to put this tournament on. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1. Here's the next one. And that's a little low, 3-1. Well, Escobar hadn't walked anybody yet. He struck out 7 now. I said 6. He struck out 7. And there's his first walk. As Vera reaches a 2-out walk. So here's Martinez. He doubled and scored the lone run in the first inning, and then he struck out in the second. He's up there with 1 on, 2 out. Very short lead by Vera. Slices this one down the right field line. Westover and makes the catch in foul territory. Oh, he's a good outfielder. So that ends the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. The Fighting Saints are stranded 6. CMU leads it 9-1. We head to inning number 5. Fifth inning, top of the order, Bobby Nichols, Robbie Merced, Jeremy Conforti. Nichols is 1 for 2 with a walk. Batting his 4th time already here in the 5th inning. We'll give you some scores as we go along here today, too. Some scores from today in baseball and softball. Jacob Jerka back on the mound for the Fighting Saints, and he throws strike 1. Concordia beat St. Xavier today 10-3. Cumberland over Fisher 17-9. Missouri Baptist 14-7 over Weber International. There's a foul ball. Texas Wesleyan defeated Union 11-8. Of course, here it was Kansas Wesleyan over CMU 3-1. McPherson came back, won a game today, 9-1 over Dillard. Westmont over British Columbia 7-6. Georgia Gwinnett put 21 runs up in their win over Freed Hardeman. Doane beat Grandview. Grandview's out of the tournament, their second loss, 3-2. Taylor Point Park 12-10. William Carey beat Ave Maria 11-2. There's a foul right side. Indiana Wesleyan over Bryan 8-3. Southeastern beat Madonna 3-2. That was a game played here, of course. Very good game. Morningside, I believe, over MNU today. So Morningside, the Mustangs win their game today. There's another foul right side. Belleville over OKC by the score of 6-3. Quite a few softball scores, too. Georgia Gwinnett beat Indiana Tech 7-1. St. Xavier over Embry-Riddle. Pitch. Another pop-up right side, and that's going to get out of play. And Trinity Christian beat Mid-America Christian. Cumberland's over Madonna 4-2. CMU won a couple of games today. How about that? 2-1 over St. Francis, and then they got the offense going 9-1 over Freed Hardeman. Here's the next one to Nichols, so that's outside. Salem University won their game today 10-1. Midland over OKC 2-1. Columbia College beat Marion 4-2. Mississippi women won their game 7-0 today. Hope International 1-0. A victory over Our Lady of the Lake. Coastal Georgia beat St. Mary of the Woods. USC Beaufort over Indiana Tech 8-4. Mobile beat Connie 2-0. These are all softball scores. Concordia over Arlington Baptist 8-0. Here's the next pitch to Nichols. Ground ball toward short. Hidalgo's up with it. Throws low, and it's going to be an error, and he's safe. Another error. And Nichols is on at first. Hidalgo's throw was low, and Maliska could not dig it out. Southern Oregon beat Southeastern 2-0. Concordia over Payne College today, 3-0. Mount Mercy, 1-0 over Texas A&M San Antonio. Baker won 5-1 over College of Idaho. Now they throw to first, and that gets away. So Nichols on at second. That's got to be an error on the throw. And things are really falling apart for the Fighting Saints here. Merced at the plate. So there you have some of the scores from today. Nichols at second. 2 errors now. 1 to get him on first and 1 to get him on second. And Merced is 0 for 3. Stands in from the right side. And the first pitch to him. Outside corner for a strike. So 0-1 on Robbie Merced. And the next one to him, swing and a miss, 0-2. Shadow starting to creep across the ballpark a little bit here. As the sun sets to the west. Here's the next pitch. Runner goes. Here's the throw, and he is safe. So Nichols gets a stolen base. So he's a third now. And Merced now with a chance to drive in a run. Next one to him. Fouled straight back. Unusual to see Merced 0 for 3 in a game. Into the stretch, jerk up, and the pitch to Merced. A little outside. So Merced ready. And here's the pitch. Little bit high. We're in the 5th inning. Right now it's all CMU leading 9-1. They have a runner at third, nobody out. Full count on Merced. And the next one to him is hit high and deep to left center field. Goodbye. It's now 11-1. Well, I said it was unusual for him to go 0 for 3, and he put a charge into that one. It's 11-1. So still nobody out. Conforti will be the batter. He is 2 for 3 with a base hit, popped out, hit a home run. And again, more action now in the St. Francis bullpen as Quinn McGuire, a sophomore, starts to loosen up. Ball 1 to Conforti. Next one is ball 2. So now the young freshman can't find the plate. It's 11-1. Pitch, that's high. Jerka working the count to Conforti, and he swings and hits it high in the air to right field. Drifting back is the right fielder, and he makes the catch on the track, 1 out. Maffey looking up into that bright sky now, but able to make the catch, 1 down. And here's Sears. Sears is 2 for 3. Hit into a fielder's choice and then a couple of base hits, and he scored 2 runs. 1 out now in the 5th inning. And he hits it foul outside of third, 0-1. Here's the next one. Curveball stays high, 1-1. 11-1 CMU. We're in the 5th inning. Pitches outside, 2-1. Two and one on Sears. He's ready. And the pitch, that's over for a strike. Jerk has struck out 1, walked 1. There's a ground ball to third. Handled there by Correa. And he throws it away. Another error. 3 errors in this inning. As Correa just airmailed that one. So here's Allen West, who's 2 for 3, a home run, base hit, scored a couple, reached on an error. Still only 1 out. Pitch to West, outside ball 1. Top of the 5th inning, and it's all falling apart now for the Saints. West, late swing, and fouls that one back. It's 1-1. West came into this tournament hitting over 400. Here's the next one to him. Ground ball into right field for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the night. Sears stops at second. So first and second with 1 out for Giarola. He's 1 for 2. Well, Jerka should be out of the inning. The ball hit by Nichols was an error. The ball hit by Sears was an error. But now there's first and second, still only 1 out. And Giarola grounds this one to third. Throw to second for one. On to first. Double play. 5-4-3 double play, and that ends in. That's pretty good defense there. But still 2 more runs for the Eagles. They did that on a couple of hits. There were 3 errors in the inning. 5 errors committed now by the Fighting Saints. And the the Eagles left, 1 on base. I think they left 1 on base in that inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's all CMU. They lead 11-1. Bottom of the 5th. McMuffy, Luke Ketchum, Nate Maliska, the 3 hitters for the Saints. Turned a nice double play to end that top of the 5th inning, but 3 more errors in the inning and 2 more runs. First pitch to Maffey from Sebastian Escobar, who struck out 7, walked 1, hit a batter, and given up just the 1 run in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Joliet, Illinois, the home for the Fighting Saints of St. Francis University. Chicagoland Area Conference. Pitch is low, 2-1. They've had an excellent season. Below 500 overall, but they won the conference. There's a swing and a miss. And again, they really played well in their conference and certainly deserve a bid to this national tournament. Outside. Here's the next pitch. That's low and a walk. Well, that's what Escobar didn't want to do with that big lead, but he walks the leadoff hitter in Maffey, and that's the second walk given up by the right-hander. So here's Luke Ketchum. He's 0 for 2. Into the stretch goes Escobar. First pitch to Ketchum. Here's a strike. Austin Bolden will be here tomorrow. We'll have 3 more games tomorrow, and I'll be back on Thursday to wrap up this tournament. Weather should be perfect the next couple of days. Swing and a miss by Ketchum. And it's 1-2. Escobar again into the stretch and the pitch. That's fouled straight back. Melcheski was the pitcher yesterday in the loss for the Fighting Saints. There's another foul, right side out of play. Kind of a late swing, but Ketchum able to get the bat on it. Runner at first with a walk, Maffey. And here's the pitch to Ketchum. Another foul right side. Ketchum waits and the pitch. He hits this one hard into left field, but right back on the track is Thrasher to make the catch. Boy, he hit it hard, but Thrasher was in the right place, one down. That'll bring up Maleska, who's 2 for 2, a couple of base hits. Good job by Thrasher out there.
Hey, Max. Max. You grab me a drink?
So Maleska steps up to the plate. One out, one on.
Can you grab me a drink? Just like Gatorade or water or something. Thank you.
Here's the pitch, and that's low ball one. It's 11-1 game. CMU with a lead. We're in the 5th inning. Next one to Maleska. There's a strike. Big hole there on the right side as Conforti holding with Maffei. And here's the pitch. That's the outside corner for a strike. Crowding that plate from the left side is Maleska. Runner at first, Maffei. And the pitch. Slices this one foul down the left side, now to play. Escobar again. Ground ball towards second. Flip to second for one. On the first, a good stretch, and the double play, and the inning comes to a close. 4-6-3 on the double play. In the bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We've played 5. It's all CMU, 11-1. Well, the 4th pitcher of the evening for St. Francis is Quinn McGuire. He comes in the 6th inning. Where's number 9? New Lenox, Illinois. .64 earned run average. It's 11-1. John McGuire started this game, and he is the pitcher of record. So here's Weatherford. Weatherford, Thrasher, and Duty, the 3 scheduled hitters. Weatherford is 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch and walked and scored both times and then struck out. First pitch to him by Quinn is swing and a miss. Quinn also works out of the stretch. Pitches way high, 1-1. the Eagles did not score in the first. They scored 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. There's a swing and a miss. And they're on their way to playing Madonna at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Swing and a miss. Good start by McGuire. He gets a strikeout to start the 6th inning. That brings up Thrasher, who hit a home run, walk, and a sacrifice fly in his 3 at-bats. So officially 1 for 1. First pitch is high, ball 1. Thrasher was the left fielder in this game. Fouls this one off to the right side. Didn't play in the first game. His first at bat in this game, he hit a home run. Here's the next one to Thrasher. High fly ball, right center field. Everybody giving chase, and on the warning track, Maffey makes the catch in right center. Gave that one a ride.
Now batting, catcher, number 7, Logan.
So here's Logan Duty. Duty is 0 for 3. Fly to center, struck out, grounded to third. First pitch to him is upstairs, ball 1. Fighting Saints looking for the first 1-2-3 inning. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Only 4 CMU batters in the first inning, but other than that, they scored in each and every inning after that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. And Quinn McGuire looking pretty good coming in here. The 4th pitcher used by the Fighting Saints. Just a little high. Everybody was heading off the field thinking that was strike 3. And the umpire said, nope, little high. So Duty gets a reprieve, and there's the ball. 3-2 now to the Eagle catcher. And that pitch is fouled off the screen to the right side. Still quite a few people in their lawn chairs sitting along that first base line between home plate and the first base dugout. Get a real good view of the field, almost field level. There's a high pop-up foul right side. That goes out of play. Next pitch is a line drive into left field for a base hit. So Duty gets his first hit of the night. And we're back to the top of the order. Nichols, who is 1 for 3, grounded to second, walked, base hit, and reached on an error and scored in the 5th inning.
Courtesy runner, Terry Tolliver.
Tolliver comes in to run at first for Duty. So Tolliver running at first. He scored the lone run in the loss to Kansas Wesleyan as a pinch runner. First pitch to Nichols. He hits that one hard in the left field. Coming on, sliding, making the catch is Jake Vera. Good play by Vera on a hard hit ball to left field. So in the inning, no runs a hit. No errors, 1 left. We head to the 7th inning. It's 11-1. CMU. I said going to the seventh, we're going to the bottom of the sixth. Sebastian Escobar back to the mound. Brian Hidalgo, John McGuire, and Dan Gusol will be the three hitters. There's the throw down to second. Light starting to take effect. The field almost fully covered in shadows now. Just a little bit of the right field corner still in sunlight. So here's Hidalgo, base hit and then fly to center. First pitch to him. Strike. And if you're Escobar right now with an 11-1 lead, you throw strikes. 10 hits for the Eagles, 5 for the Fighting Saints. There's ball one outside, 1-1. This is the third of our triple header today. Hope you've enjoyed all of it. Watching the action wherever you are. Pitch is low, ball 2-1 to Hidalgo. I know a lot of these young men come from all over the country. There's a pitch outside, and a lot of you cannot make it to some of these games, so we're glad to have all the action for you. Pitch to Hidalgo. Swing and a miss. It's now 3-2. Here's the next one to Hidalgo. He hits that one in the left field for a base hit. Solid base hit, his second hit of the evening. So a leadoff single brings up John McGuire. McGuire started this game as the pitcher. He's the designated hitter.
Designated hitter number 11, John McGuire.
Gusol is next. Again, Austin Bolin will be here tomorrow in this seat. He'll bring you 3 games. Young man, works for KMMO Radio in Marshall, Missouri. And I'll be back on Thursday to wrap up the tournament. Pitch was fouled off by McGuire. Into the stretch, Escobar. Pitch. That's hit in the air to center field, but I think Nichols has a beat on that one. He does, 1 out. So here's Gusell. He struck out both times, once looking, once swinging.
Pitcher number 14, Jake Lasota.
We have a pinch hitter here, Jake Lasota. So Jake Lasota, he is the hitter, and he pops this one up. Is there a play? Let's see. Behind the plate, and it's going to go off the top of the press box, as you probably heard. So Lasota is from the state of Illinois. He is a grad student, 5'9", catcher, 217-pounder. Getting his first at-bat in this tournament. Next pitch to him. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Very short lead at first by Hidalgo. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Escobar goes to second for one on the first for the double play. That was pretty. right back to the mound. Escobar took his time, threw a perfect strike to second. Merced made the grab coming across the bag, throws on to first for the double play. And in the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. Now we go to the 7th inning. 11-1 CMU. Seventh inning. It'll be Merced, Conforti, and Sears facing Quinn McGuire. Jake Lasota stays in to catch. So here's Merced. 1 for 4 with a home run his last time up. Facing Quinn McGuire. And Merced swings at the first pitch, lifted high in the air and foul down the right field line. Next one to Merced. Hits this one high in the air to center field. Ketchup goes back, and grabs it on the track. 1 out. Merced a bid for his second home run. Hits it hard but out to straightaway center field. So here's Conforti. He's 2 for 4. Base hit. Pop to first. Home run. Fly to right. And there's a fly ball into right field, a sinking liner, and the ball is trapped by the right fielder, Maffei, so it's a base hit. Good effort by Maffei, but you could see from here even that he trapped that ball, was unable to come up with it. He did keep it in front of him, however. So that's the third hit for Conforti, and here's Sears. He's 2 for 4. Takes the first pitch for a strike. This one inside almost hit him 1-1. Next one is fisted into right field, and that should be handled there, and will be for the second out by Maffei, and back to first goes Conforti. So 2 out for Allen West, who is 3 for 4. Home run, base hit, reached on an error, base hit, scored twice. So there are 2 out, runner at first. First pitch to West. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Into the stretch of McGuire. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Late on that swing was West. That's not the normal swing you see from him when it's 0-2. So he's going to back out of the batter's box for a moment. Now step back in. And the pitch, check swing. It's low, 2-2. Allen, of course, out of Louisville, Texas, went to Lyon College in Arkansas. Here's a pitch. Foul back. Now 2 outs here in the 7th inning. All CMU, they lead this one by the score of 11-1. Here's the pitch to West. Hits this one into center field. Catch him. Makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. Pretty good job last 2 innings by Quinn McGuire. In the 7th, no runs, a hit. No errors, 1 left. Bottom of the 7th coming up, 11-1 CMU. We head into the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Hector Carrillo, Jake Vera, and then the top of the order, and Alex Martinez.
Number 17, Hector Carrillo.
Carrillo's 0 for 2. Popped to first and struck out. Facing Sebastian Escobar. High fly ball into left field on the first pitch. And circling under it, making the catch is Thrasher, 1 down. So here's Vera. He struck out and walked.
Now batting left fielder, number 26, Jake Vera.
Alex Martinez is on deck. First pitch to Vera is low, ball 1. Here's the next one to Vera. Outside corner, 1-1. Escobar's walked 2, hit a batter, and struck out 7. Swing and a miss. Here's the next one to him. Chop foul, first base side. And the next one to Vera. A little low. Escobar, this one's fouled off the left side. So a good battle here between Vera and Escobar. And the next pitch. There's a line drive. 1 hop. What a play by Merced. He throws it across, and it's safe. As pulled off the bag is Conforti. Boy, that was a heck of a stop by Merced. Anyway, his throw just a little bit low, and Conforti pulled off the bag. I imagine they'll give him a hit on that.
Shortstop, number 3, Alex Martinez.
So Vera's on at first, and here's Martinez. Now the umpires are going to convert to see whether or not Conforti had a foot on the bag. And let's see what the call is going to be. He's safe. Conforti tried to keep the foot on the bag. Boy, that was just a heck of a pick by Merced at short. And here's Martinez. He is 1 for 3. Pitch is outside, ball 1. You wonder how CMU will handle the pitching here with this big lead, if they'll keep Escobar in or go to a couple relievers in this last couple of innings. Ground ball toward short. Merced has it, throws to second for the force. No throw to first. Another slick play by Merced. So on the fielder's choice, Martinez becomes the runner. There are 2 outs now, though, and here's Maffey. He is 1 for 2. Grounded to short, base hit, and walked. Fouled right side. 0-1. Ketchum on deck. It's 11-1 CMU. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now if he waits at the plate, and that hit the bat, or did that hit him? I think it hit him. Hit him on the forearm. And now I think CMU coach Nate Breland saying hit the bat. But they're going to rule that it hit Maffey, so he's going to be on at first. Martinez will go to second. And that'll bring Ketchum to the plate. The Eagles, when that ball hit him and went out into fair territory, did the wise thing, threw it to first in case it hit the bat, but home plate umpire ruled it hit his arm, his forearm. So Ketchum now comes to the plate with 2 on. And Escobar trying to get through this 7th inning. Pitch low, ball 1. Maliska's on deck. Ketchum waits the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Runner at second, Martinez. Maffey's on at first. 1-1 on Ketchum. Ball 2, good stop by Duty. 2-1. Two and one on Ketchum. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Right now it's all CMU, but a couple of hits here could make it interesting. Ketchum swings and misses. The Fighting Saints scored all their runs in the 8th and 9th inning yesterday and made it interesting, 9-6. Now stepping off is Escobar. Into the stretch. And the pitch. And that gets away, and runner's going to move up. Wild pitch. Martinez heads to third. Maffey to second. Three and two on the third place hitter for the Fighting Saints. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And they strand 2 more, and that's the 8th strikeout. In the inning, no runs. It was a hit. No errors. And 2 more left on. The Fighting Saints have stranded 8. Eighth inning coming up. CMU with a 10-run lead, 11-1. Eighth inning coming up. And the Eagles have a very comfortable lead. Giarola's going to lead it off. He is 1 for 3 with a walk. Eighth inning, 11-1, all CMU. They're trying to win, and they'll play Madonna at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon in another elimination game. Here's a high fly ball into short left field. Vera waits for this one to come down, 1 out. Weatherford is next. Weatherford hit by a pitch and walked, scored twice, and struck out twice. Good job by Quinn McGuire coming in here. First pitch, a little high, ball 1. Thrasher's on deck. Ball 2, high and outside. Here's the next one. And that's hit high in the air. And that's to left field. And that's caught by Vera. 2 up, 2 down for Thrasher.
Now batting left fielder, number 13, Khalil Thrasher.
Thrasher with a home run, walk, a sacrifice fly, and a fly out. Makes him officially 1 for 2. And he grounds this one to short. Hidalgo up, over, out, a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 11-1 CMU in this elimination game. We head into the bottom of the 8th inning. Maliska, Hidalgo, and McGuire, the 3 scheduled hitters. And let's see who does come to the plate here. It is going to be Maliska, who is 2 for 3. Couple of base hits and grounded into a double play. Bottom of the 8th inning. CMU 6 outs away from continuing in the tournament. And here's the first pitch from Escobar, and it's fouled straight back. So 0-1. And the next pitch, swing, and a tap foul to plate, 0-2. Maliska asks for time. And here's the next one. That bounces in the turf in front of the plate. So Maliska back in from the left side. And the pitch to him, just outside. Escobar looking for his 9th strikeout of the game. Alan West, his cohort, had 14 earlier. Here's a ground ball toward right, and it's going to get through for a base hit. So a leadoff single by Maliska here in the 8th inning. That brings up Hidalgo, who is 2 for 3.
Now batting second baseman, number 13, Alex Milcar.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here, Alex Milcars. So Alex Milcars will be batting here. He wears number 13. And the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. Milcars is a sophomore. Takes it inside, 1-1. So Maliska's on at first. Milcars is the batter. Getting some national tournament experience here. Pitch right over for a strike, 1-2. Runner leading away at first is Maliska. And here's the pitch outside. Good stop by Duty. That kept the runner from going to second base. Well, the Fighting Saints, even to yesterday and today, just unable to get that big 2-out hit. Here's the pitch, just outside. So Milcars working the count. And the next pitch, fouled right side. West gives it a chase, but that's out of the park. Milcar's ready, so is Escobar. And here's the pitch. Fouled right side out of play again. Home plate umpire asking for some more baseballs. Been a long day of baseball. Milcars fouls another one out right side. He can't get around on Escobar, and Escobar can't sneak one by him. There's a base hit into right field. That was a nice at-bat by Milcars. He kept fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch and then gets the base hit. So first and second now with nobody out. And this is going to be, looks like Pappas going to come in and hit. Gio Pappas. He played yesterday, and now we have a visit to the mound. So Pappas is going to be the pinch hitter. It's 11-1. CMU still comfortably on top, but 2 on, nobody out. Pappas will be the hitter for McGuire here. And Jake Lesotho waits on deck. There's a little discussion of the pitcher's mound here. Now the home plate umpire is going to go out and break it up. They'll stay there and visit until he gets to the mound. So Maliska's on at second base now. Milkar's on at first. And this is Pappas. Steps in from the right side. Pitch to him, swing and a miss. He was going for the 3-run homer with that swing. That's 0-1. McGuire was 0 for 2 in his at-bats. The low 1-1. Bottom of the 8th, a comfortable CMU lead, 11-1. Look at the hits, 11-9. Here's the pitch. There, it's over for a strike. 1-2. Pappas waits. Escobar ready. And here's the 1-2 pitch. He got him looking, and that's another strikeout for Escobar, his 9th. So 1 out now. And Jake Lasota comes to the plate. He replaced Gusol in the 6th inning. So he comes up with 2 on, no out. The Fighting Saints have already left 8 runners on base, and there are 2 more out there. They just have not been able to get that big hit. Outside, ball 1 to Lasota. Carrillo's on deck. Here's the next pitch. Ball 2. That's what the Fighting Saints did last night. They battled right to the end. Here's the next pitch. Ground ball. That's off the pitcher to the shortstop. No play, and it goes into the outfield. 1 run's going to score, and runners will be at second and third. And that'll be a hit off the pitcher's leg. I hope Escobar's all right. So Maliska scores. And a runner at third now. And Lasota at first. Max Montgomery came in to run. So it's now 11-2. Runners at the corners. Carrillo is the hitter. And a pitch. Strike 1. Montgomery is a freshman out of Orland Park, Illinois. So he is running at first. Milkar's is at third. Pitch to Carrillo. That's a ball. Another good stop by Duty. So run in, 2 on, 1 out. It's now 11-2. Because Escobar trying to get out of this inning. Pitch, swing and a miss by Carrillo. And here's the next one to him from Escobar. Swing and a miss. That's his 10th strikeout of the game. And that brings up Vera. Or will it? Yeah, Vera's going to bat for himself. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a base hit. Runners at first and third, 1 run in here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 11-2 CMU. Montgomery, the runner, on at first. Pitch to Vera. Outside corner, strike one. Here's the next one. There's a one hopper to third. Weatherford across the diamond for the out. Made a nice play. In the inning, one run. There were 3 hits. No errors and 2 more runners stranded by the Fighting Saints. We head to the 9th inning. CMU leads this one 11-2. Ninth inning coming up. 11-2 CMU. So, barring something really interesting in the bottom of the 9th inning, it looks like CMU will be playing against Madonna tomorrow at 2:30. But again, still one more at bat.
We got number 6 batting.
Caden Doan is batting, and he hits the ball into the air for a base hit in the right left field. Well, Caden came into the game and gets a hit. He's out of Frisco, Texas. And there's a base hit. So he's on at first. We go top of the order to Nichols. Twelve hits now. There's one back off the pitcher, and that's going to be an infield hit. As no throw is made, that's hit right off the pitcher, and Nichols gets a hit. So 2 base hits to start the top of the 9th, and Merced comes to the plate again. He is 1 out of 5.
Shortstop, number 2, Robbie Merced.
Well, McGuire doing a pretty good job coming into this game, but in the 6th inning. But right now he's in trouble. 2 on, nobody out. Already down 11-2. Merced swings at the first pitch and misses 0-1. Into the stretch and the pitch. That's low, 1-1. Conforti's on deck. Into the stretch goes McGuire. They pick off at second, and diving back in safely is Doan. Two on, nobody out, and a very dangerous hitter, Merced, at the plate. Pitch to him is low, 2-1. Here's the next one to Merced. That's high, 3-1. And again, nobody out here in the 9th inning.
Please be careful.
Next one, Merced hits this one foul off to the right. Doan is on at second. Nichols on at first. And here's the pitch to Merced. Walked him. Bases loaded, nobody out. Conforti's the batter now. He's had a nice evening, 3 out of 5.
First baseman, number 33, Jeremy Conforti.
Bases loaded, nobody out here in the 9th inning, and already CMU leading 11-2. First pitch to Conforti, he takes a called strike. Boy, slow curve. He wanted to swing at that one, held up. Here's the next one to him. Another slow curve over for a strike, 0-2. Bases full of Eagles. Next one to Conforti. He hits this one hard to third. They throw home for the out. On to first for the double play. Boy, that was sweet. Ground ball to third. Carrillo, instead of touching third, threw home for the force, and then back to first.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 21, Tanner Sears.
So double play. Merced ends up at second, and Nichols at third. That was a nice play all around by Correa, Lasota, and Maliska. Hit ball one in the dirt, or into the turf, off of Tanner Sears, who has a couple of hits. Fielder's choice. Reached on an error, flying to right. But a big double play there. Next pitch, ball too low. If Sears gets on, Allen West will have one more crack at it. West is 3 for 5. And the pitch, there's a strike, 2-1. The bases were loaded with nobody out. Now they're second and third and 2 out. And there's a hard hit ball into left center field, and that is gone. A 3-run homer by Tanner Sears. Well, McGuire, all those base runners, and finally it caught up with him. And that is a 3-run homer by Sears, his third hit of the night. And it is now 14-2. 2 out, and here's West.
Number 8, Allen West.
So it looks like it's going to be CMU and Madonna tomorrow at 2:30. The first game tomorrow at 11 will be Southeastern Florida and Kansas Wesleyan. Then CMU and Madonna. And then the loser of that first game will play the winner of the second game at 6 o'clock. Here's off the fist. It's a little ground ball to first, and it's bobbled. That'll be an error. Almost like a pool cue shot. It had a lot of English on it, and Maliska couldn't come up with it cleanly, so that's an error. And West is on at first with 2 out, and here's Girola. Well, just been one of those weekends for the Fighting Saints. So again, tomorrow the first game will be Southeastern and Kansas Wesleyan, CMU and Madonna at 2:30. And then it'll be the winner of the loser of that first game. There's a high pop-up, third base dugout, and no one's going to get to that one. And then the loser of that first game against the winner of the CMU Madonna game will play at 6 tomorrow night. And then we'll move on to Thursday. At least one game on Thursday, maybe 2. Girola stays alive here. The Eagles now with 14 hits, 14 runs. Not a bad day. And here's the pitch outside. Next pitch. That's a ball. McGuire ready and the pitch. Fly ball, right field, and Maffei is under this one, makes the catch. So in the inning, 3 runs thanks to the 3-run bomb by Tanner Sears. 3 more runs. 4 more hits in the inning. There was an error. Or 3 hits in the inning, rather. But anyway, CMU's up by the score of 14-2. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Okay. We go into the bottom of the 9th, and relief pitcher coming in for the Eagles, Alexander Billow, out of Winter Haven, Florida. He's a sophomore, so good job by Sebastian Escobar. He struck out 10, walked 2, and hit a batter, and he's the pitcher of record on the plus side. The pitcher of record on the minus side is John McGuire. Here's the throw down to second, and here's the final at bat coming up for the Fighting Saints. They lost to Madonna 9-6, and appears they'll go down in this game. Top of the order, and Alex Martinez. Martinez has a hit and 4 at-bats. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll be back with you at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning for that winner's bracket game, Southeastern against Kansas Wesleyan. Here's the pitch for a strike. Billow was number 15, right-handed pitcher. There's a fly ball, center field. Nichols drifts over to his left and makes the catch, 1 out. So Eric Maffei is next. He has a hit. He's 1 for 2 officially. Grounded to short, base hit, walked, hit by pitch. An excellent season by the St. Francis Fighting Saints. They won the conference, 19-8 in conference play. And made it to this point. They're going to lose both games, but congratulations to Coach Brian Mahalik and his team on a really good season. Make it this far, you've done some things right. 1-1 is the count on Maffei. The next one, hit hard, foul, left field. Over there taking a look was Thrasher, but it was well foul. Again, Austin Boland will join you tomorrow morning at 11. He'll have all 3 games tomorrow. Here's the next pitch. In the turf. And here's the next one. Tried to overthrow that one and threw it outside and low. 14-2 is the score. The game really not in doubt here with just 2 more outs to get. But there's ball 4 and a walk. With 1 out here in the 9th inning, that'll bring up Ketchum.
Now batting center fielder, number 20, Luke.
Ketchum's 0 for 4. Maliska waits on deck. First pitch to Ketchum. Outside corner for a strike. Next one to Ketchum. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. 1-2. First base umpire said yes. That bat crossed the plate. So it's 0-2. Maliska on deck. Here's the next pitch. Just missed that one. The Eagles had 14 runs, 14 hits, 6 errors committed by the Fighting Saints. Eagles left 9 on base. Here's the next one to Ketchum. That's outside. Well, the home plate umpire, I don't care if the score's 14-2 or 3-2, he's going to keep that zone the same. Swing and a miss. Now the Fighting Saints are down to the last out, and here comes Nate Maliska. Maliska has 3 hits. He's 3 out of 4. The other at bat hit into a double play.
Now batting first baseman, number 31, Nate Maliska.
Stands in from the left side. Ground ball to short. Instead, the third baseman cuts in front, throws to second, and the game is over on the force out. And the Eagles win it by the score of 14-4. They'll play another day. 14 runs on 14 hits, 6 errors by the Fighting Saints. For the Fighting Saints, they had 2 runs.
14 runs on 14 hits.
They had 10 hits. There were no Eagle errors. And the Saints left 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on base. Winning pitcher, Sebastian Escobar. The losing pitcher of this game is John McGuire. So tomorrow's schedule, the 11 o'clock game, a winner's bracket game, Southeastern against Kansas Wesleyan. Then this Eagle team will take on Madonna at 2:30. The winner of that game will take on the loser of game 1. That'll be at 6, and then we'll wrap things up on Thursday. Hope you've enjoyed it so far for a couple of days from the Fayette side of the NAI Baseball.